Okay, welcome everyone to this video, and in this video we are starting a new series where we are building a full-fledged mobile app with a Django backend, but we're going to be starting with the Django backend, and this project is the Vipers mobile app. Vipers, for those of you who are not East African or Ugandans, it's a football team in Uganda here. It is a champion, really doing well. So we said we're going to build a mobile app for the team itself. And the key component here is the payment system for tickets, and it's what we sort of like trying to focus on and see how we can deal with that. And we have a Ugandan payment system called mobile money, and specifically we'll be dealing with that. So without further ado, let's dive in and see what's going on. So for starters, we will first create the project using Django, and before we start using Django, we need to create a virtual environment. So let's just do that. So we're creating the virtual environment we call Python. Apparently I'm using Python 3 and I don't have the Conda environment, so I'll just do that. So but before I do that, I need to first create the project. So mk directory, for those of you who are using Linux and I think iOS, sorry, not iOS, Mac, and on Windows, I think you can Google out how to create a virtual environment. But before a virtual environment, let us first create the project directory where the project is going to sit. So I want my project to sit in the Django applications, and I'm going to create the project as Vipers Sports Club. So once I do that, I'll cd into Vipers Sports Club. Okay, and there we go. So there is nothing there apparently, and I want to create a virtual environment here. So that's how I call Python 3. If you have Python already in your environment, you don't need to add that 3 vnv, and I want to create that virtual environment within that same directory. That's why I'm putting a .i. So I press enter, and but now it's hanging a lot. Okay, yeah, we're there. So I've been given the virtual environment, so I need to only activate it. Source bean. Okay. So it's been activate. This works for Ubuntu. For Windows, it is sort of like a similar, but the difference in organization is commands. I think you have activate somewhere. Okay, but you can Google these commands there. They are ubiquitous all over the internet, so you can create the environment itself. So the next thing we want to use is to install Django. Install. We can, well, Google out something here. We can say Django installation. Okay, how to install Django. There is one particular thing that I'm interested in this process of installing Django. It's the LTS, I think. How to install Django. Install Django. Let me try here. Well, they're giving us these commands, but I wanted to see the versions of Django. Download Django. Let me see if this link has it. Yes. Yeah, this is what I wanted. So when you look at, we're in 2025, and you can see there is this long-term support. Of course, it ends in mid, I think, 2020. It should be early 2026. Django 5.1 ends in 2026, the long-term support, but there is this Django 5.2, and I think I saw it here. Was it here? Django 5.2, yes. So Django 5.2 has long-term support till early 2028. So I think it's a good idea to go with Django 5.2. So we will just call this command pip install Django, and we give it Django 5.2.5. Okay, so we come back here, we paste our command, and we press enter. So we are installing everything into the virtual environment. We are not installing into our onto our computer, sorry, onto the local machine. Okay, so it is installing there, and once we install Django, we can continue with the project setup, and it is done. So the Django is installed, so that means we can create the project itself within the virtual environment, and we can use Django now. Django admin, create Django admin, create project. Is it create project, start project? I don't remember. We will see. Create project, and I want to call it Vipers Sports Club. But well, I can use Vipers. It doesn't matter. Command Django is not known. Django admin help usage. Django admin. Is it start project? You know, sometimes you forget things that you look. Okay, it was start project. So we have the Vipers project, and right now we can cd into Vipers. And okay, so we are into Vipers. We have the initial files, the manage.py file, and the Vipers, the default project, like the root project, I would say. Okay, what next? We have this file. I think some of you have been wondering, what is it for? It is to help us see what we should do and what we should do next. Okay, so after that, we have created the project and installed the Django. I think we can say this is done. Then we need to create the apps. So using, now we have access to, we can say Python manage.py start app. Which app do we want to start first? The matches app, maybe. And we have it. We can do the same for news app. We can do the same for players app. And we can do the same for what is here? The products app. We intend to put the team products like the kits as products for selling on the platform. So that's why we need that app. Then we need we have put players, but do not confuse this with teams. Teams could be, because the team will be playing with other teams. So we tend to have like an app should have its own fixture, like the team should have its own fixture. The teams it's going to play home and away, things like that. Okay, then we need we really want to avoid duplicating ourselves, but of course redundancy is sometimes good, so it doesn't hurt. So we have the tickets application that is managing, will manage the tickets. We need, I was thinking about these tournaments, but I think the tournaments can be merged into the matches. You can use it, or you can create a new app, but I think we won't need it. So we create the users app, and voila, we are done. So when you look inside here, now we have all these apps that we have created. The next thing is going to be package installation, and the most important packages here will be the Django.env. And I think the best way is to copy these names such that we are sure about what we are copying, and we come to Google and we go to the pip install.env, and I just want to access this site because I think it is going to help us. So you copy that, you bring it here, you paste. Okay, what else do we need to create? We need to install, don't create, sorry, the Django REST framework. Okay, you come here, you search your package that you want. Django Web APIs for Django. You come here. You pip install Django REST framework. You come here, we need the Django REST frameworks, JWT. I think this sometimes comes with the Django REST framework. I'm not sure. No, it's a minimal Django REST framework version. It's a minimal JSON web token authentication plugin for Django REST framework. Okay, so we come back here, we paste. What else? We need Pillow, pip install Pillow. That one we might have to do this, pip install Pillow. Please note that it is capital P. Okay. Collecting Pillow, we come back to CyclePG. We tend to use Postgres server. It's a package that handles the connections for between our app and Postgres. Okay, CyclePG. That's strange. There's not returning anything. Okay, we'll come back here. Voila. It's here. We copy and we come here. We paste. Then we go back and see. We need PyJWT. PyJWT, this is I'm yet to find out. PyJWT, just web token implementation. Okay, we will need that package too. You paste. Managing sessions. It's already satisfied. I think it comes with the JWT, the JSON. We need a QR code package. We will see when we are building tickets for that. We need to put a QR image on the ticket. I don't know why I deleted the other one. Okay. Pip install QR code. You paste that. Then we come to, I think this should, okay, report lab. Report lab is for generating PDFs, I think. Pip install report lab. Okay, report toolkit. Come here, we paste. And yeah. The requests library, sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't, but I think to be sure, let's install it ourselves. The Python HTTP for humans, human readable. Okay, the request library, we will need it, definitely. Okay, that's, I think, done. Okay, so we will create, if you are in Django, sorry, not in Django, if you are on Ubuntu or using any Unix system, this will flow smoothly. And I think even for macOS, for guys using Windows, I think you can Google these things, how to create a Postgres database. So I'm assuming you have a Postgres database installed on your machine. So we want to create a DB for our project, for Vipers itself. So I'll say sudo -u Postgres. Is it Postgres? Postgres PSQL, I think. And I input my password. And yeah, so I want to list the databases that I have. I have Glyma, that's for another project. I have Vipers already. Yeah, that's because I already have the project itself. So I want to create a database, and this is how I create DBs. Since I have already that database, I'll create, I will just add on a C there too. So it is owned by me, and yeah, so I've created the database called Vipers Sports Club. And so that means I'll be the user, The host, of course, will be the machine. The username, I'll put my password, and we are going to create a virtual environment, so you might not see these passwords, which is a good thing. You don't have to. So we get out of there, and we can close that. So we already have a dedicated database. So I don't want this video to be long, and maybe I'll just do one more thing to open the project itself, such that we see what we have created, and we run it, and we see the letters are still too okay. Yes, I trust the authors because it's me. I'll make them a little bit big. Okay, I think that's enough. So these are our apps. This is our project, and we can run the terminal, and I think the only thing we need is to activate the virtual environment here. Activate, and you can press the tab key to autocomplete those directory names or command names. That's what I'm doing. So I go back to Vipers. Okay, so we have a default database, which is the SQLite, and by running Python manage run server, Vipers, the project is running now, and yeah, so the project is running, and we have migrations, which we are going to do in the next video. The next video we will have switched to our PostgreSDB, such that our migrations go into our database that we need. I think the last thing I'll do here is create a an environment, the .env file, .env, put it in the root directory, and here we will put the DB name, the DB host, the DB password. This is an underscore. The DB password, DB port, DB user. Okay. Yeah, the Copilot is giving me the secret key. We will all need those things. So these are the environment variables that we will need, that we don't need to put in our code, and when deploying, we should put an git ignore file. Yeah, the new file .git ignore, and the first file is the .env. That shouldn't be deployed. Okay, so that's all I had for you guys in this video. This is the first video project setup. Please, if you like the project, subscribe, and yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, and tell me what you think about this project. The project will be, the source code, will be on GitHub, in the link in the description, so you can check it out, you can fork it, and we move together. See you in the next video. Bye bye.